And the second half of that question, of course, was the gas tax and transportation. And that question was just made so much more difficult when that forecast was announced that suggested over the next 2.5 years we may have a surplus of something like 1.8 or 1.9 billion. I think it's so important for us, for people to think that that's money in the bank and therefore we don't have to do anything, is to remind people it's a forecast if everything goes well. But here are the kinds of things it's based on. Oil prices, and we're already seeing some change in terms of what's happening to oil prices. The strong dollar. What happens if there is a war, if there's suddenly instability in the world? What happens to the strong dollar? Wages are up, but suddenly Target announces that they've got a massive layoff. All of those things potentially change that forecast. So we've got to be exceedingly cautious about it. The ad campaign that's going on right now about give it all back, there's nothing to give back yet. If everything goes right, the most we'd have in the bank by this summer would be about $400 million, I think. So there's nothing to give back yet. We'd have to be very careful about cutting taxes because it's all preliminary to what actually happens. But it's going to make that issue of raising a gas tax so much more difficult because of public perceptions.
And I would just say Republicans are certainly going to look to within first. You know, what are the options relative to the existing cash? And albeit, you know, it is a forecast, but in many cases we put great reliance on those forecasts. They may bounce a little bit here and there, but they've been pretty good through the years. But again, looking from an internal point of view, what other available money might there be? It's been suggested, for instance, sales tax on auto parts, truck parts, things like that can raise a fair amount of money. And there's other, perhaps, avenues that can be looked at. So I think we're going to be looking to the inside first, and well before we start looking at a gas tax. In my own experience, I don't know about the rest of you, but the flavor for a gas tax amongst the people, even though they may cite situations where the roads aren't what they want them to be, the idea of a tax is not terribly popular. And so I think we'll all be looking pretty long and hard on this one. The gas tax, I think, right now is a stretch, given what you said, relative to the forecast. Politically, it's hard to make it work. And, of course, it's going to be more difficult politically next year, given an election year.
We will. Okay, I was just going to say we'll no doubt have more questions about transportation before we're done. I always say that we have the most well-informed audience of any television program in Minnesota, and we've got a question from a viewer that I hadn't heard about. Not that that proves anything. There are a lot of things I haven't heard about, but this viewer wants to know, last year said that there was a Senate bill to study the possibility of moving from LP gas to natural gas. The study was due at the beginning part of this year. Were there any, does anyone on the panel know anything about that discussion or the results of that study? Anybody here?
None of us are on that committee, I think.
All right.
I'm not clear what that means.
For transportation?
Well, I think they're thinking about more from the LP gas shortage that we had last year.
Oh, okay, sure.
And fuel. So
there is the pressurized gas. I'm trying to think of the technical name for it now, which is becoming more and more popular in vehicles, and maybe that's what they're talking about. But
all right, we have a well-informed audience, and the panel doesn't know anything about your question. So call back next week with that question. Maybe
and it's the Senate apparently doing it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.